Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Finklecast. As you can see, this episode is a little different. As you can see my face, as before you could not, and all you heard was my voice. But I decided to get a little creative, do it a little differently. The live stream that I did on Twitch, what I wanted to do for my last episode of Finklecast for the year, didn't go so well. The music that I was playing in the background during the stream went a little too loud, and it kind of drowned out my voice. So I decided to use my camera that I never use, and then, use some of my audio recording technology and do a live, or I guess just a face view of a podcast episode. This will be my last episode of the year. I don't know if I'll be doing them like this all the time, but I wanted to give it a try, see if I liked it, and see how it went. But let's start talking about some Star Wars. Let's talk about TV shows, some other games and whatnot, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So as I was talking about on the live stream over on Twitch, I was talking about the TV show Andor that just wrapped up. 12 episodes of a show. It was just okay. I give that show a 4 out of a 10, which is abysmal. It was not that good. It was just, if you wanted to call it anything, it wasn't a Star Wars show. It was a show that happened to be in the Star Wars universe, but it just felt like some random, sci-fi show. It felt like a Star Trek show or Blade Runner or some kind of show that wasn't Star Wars. And a lot of people are saying, well, then it's just fan service then if you just want to have Star Wars lightsabers and the Force and stuff. That's exactly what I want. It's Star Wars. I want the Force in there. I want to hear that they're trying to look for Jedis or something in the background. And the whole story was about Cassian Andor. He's a cool character, but he was a sub-character in Rogue One. So he wasn't that big of a character to begin with. And to make a whole show out of him, the show hardly even focused on him. Obviously, they showed his journey, which was fine, but they showed the journey of everyone else as well. So they could have just called the show, Spark of Rebellion or something, and it would have made more sense. But the show was created by someone who doesn't know Star Wars, doesn't like Star Wars, but it was a person from Hollywood, a known name. It was for the money grab. They were trying to attract people in from someone that has made other things in the past, which is fine. But it was someone who didn't know Star Wars and didn't enjoy it. So why hire that person? It didn't help because the show didn't sound like Star Wars, didn't feel like Star Wars. A lot of the looks of Star Wars didn't grasp the attention of the fans. A lot of the weapons within the show didn't look like a Star Wars weapon. They looked like regular guns, like a regular AK-47 from Call of Duty. It didn't seem like Star Wars. The storyline dragged on. There were a lot of filler episodes that didn't belong. I mean, you have 12 episodes of a show. This show could have either been done in 6 to 7 episodes, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, or done in a nice, wrapped-up 2-hour movie. But no. We had to make it 12 episodes, a show that really wasn't that good. 12 episodes. Did not need 12 episodes. There were at least 3 or 4 filler episodes that just kind of dragged on, were just there for the heck of it, and focused on characters that were irrelevant. I mean, there was the one character who was trying to track down Andor this whole time, like a vendetta against him, and he failed in the beginning, and then we have him, living with his mother a little bit, and then he's getting this new job in some kind of secret agent, whatever he's doing. His story was 100% irrelevant. It didn't mean anything. It didn't need to be in the show. And it's the same thing like Reva from Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't care about her story. I don't care about this guy's story. If we're going to have this called Andor, let's focus on Andor. And it seems like Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, has an issue with focusing on the character they make the show around. Boba Fett. They showed... I'll give them, I think Boba Fett, out of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Andor, Boba Fett had the most screen time. And that's with 2 episodes with him not even being in it, which is confusing because The Mandalorian, love him to death. Love The Mandalorian. Best thing Disney has made for Star Wars. But you put him for 2 whole episodes and Boba Fett just not even in it? Wild. Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'll actually go back. And I'll say that he probably was in it more than Boba Fett was in his show. He was in it quite a bit. But the story even then was just not good. But Andor took the cake of being the worst Disney show Star Wars has come out with, in my opinion. I know there are 2 sides of the argument here. People love this show. They love it so much that they're willing to just go after anyone who hates it. And then there are people who just don't like the show. I didn't like it. I watched it because it was Star Wars. I watched it weekly. I think I skipped 1 week and watched 2 episodes 1 week. But in the middle of this season, they released Tales of the Jedi, a hour-and-a-half long series, animated. And it was better than a 12-episode season of Andor. That's saying something. Like, get the picture, Disney. Get out of here with that. I hope there's more Tales of the Jedi stuff. Maybe a Tales of the Sith thing. I know a lot of people have been saying that. I might sound like I'm copying them. I'm saying it because I agree with them. Tales of the Sith would be amazing. And have continual seasons of Tales of the Jedi. It was such a good story. Count Dooku and Ahsoka's story was amazing. I couldn't have enjoyed it more. Now we have Bad Batch Season 2 coming up. I cannot wait for that. It seems like the animated shows out of Disney are the best Star Wars things going on right now. And they need to continue doing that. Continue making that. Stop making what they're making. I guess they're supposed to be continuing making sequel movies. I don't know why. I know a lot of people like them, but they were also terrible. Force Awakens was good. It was a good opener to a trilogy, right? But then Last Jedi just went off the deep end. It just went right down into the pits of garbage. And then The Rise of Skywalker was a makeup show. It was a makeup movie to try to recover from Last Jedi, and it was terrible. I mean, Rise of Skywalker was good in the movies because you're like, oh, it's Star Wars. But afterwards, you think about it, and you get out of the theater, and you go see it again, and you're like, what did they just do? I mean, J.J. Abrams made the 7th and then 9th film and skipped The Last Jedi. I'm getting on a tangent. I'll digress. But as for Star Wars, I think they need to just stop making random things out of every little character they have. The Acolyte, that is a show that I'm excited about, and I hope they make something amazing out of that. It takes 100 years before the Phantom Menace, focuses on a Sith and some of the Jedi. That's what we want. That's what we need, and I hope it's amazing. Another thing that's going to be really good coming out of Star Wars is Jedi Survivor. A couple days ago, they just released the gameplay for that, and it looks absolutely amazing. It looks so good. I hope the story in it doesn't go south. I hope it looks really good. I hope it is good. I hope the gameplay is amazing, and I hope the story just crushes everything that Star Wars needs. I hope it exceeds all expectations. In other news, apart from Star Wars, there is going to be an Indiana Jones 5. I'm a little surprised. I knew they've been talking about it for many, many years now, but it seems like they're finally doing it, and Harrison Ford's coming back in a big way. Harrison Ford, current and young Harrison Ford, they're using all of their de-aging technology and going full tilt with Harrison Ford. Now, there is a rumor that I heard on a podcast, Nerd Theory, and I don't know if this is true or not, but the theory is that Indiana Jones will have a goddaughter. Awesome. He needs a companion. And that there's going to be time travel. Now, right off the bat, in Indiana Jones 4, they had aliens, which was really weird. I mean, the past Indiana Jones movies were great, right? It was him against the Nazis trying to recover some form of treasure, right? And even in Temple of Doom, it wasn't really filled with Nazis, but it's still, I like that movie. A lot of people I know don't like it, but Temple of Doom was good. But then the aliens just kind of took it to a whole new level, and it was weird. But now we're going to do time travel. Time travel is kind of played out, in my opinion. I like it. I think it's fun. It's cool, but not for Indiana Jones. But the thing they're going to do is they're going to grab Indiana Jones's goddaughter, and they're going to travel back to all of the key moments in Indiana Jones's life and in the movies and in Young Indiana Jones series and replace him with the goddaughter. Why? Why would you do that? And people are going to say, oh, it's because, I don't care if it's a woman or a man. Why are you replacing him? Indiana Jones is Indiana Jones. Why are we replacing him? Now, it is a rumor, and it's so crazy it can't be true, and I hope it's not, because it's just out there. It just out of the blue. Who came up with that? Probably the stupidest idea I've heard for a movie in a long time, and there have been some stupid ones. So we'll see, and hopefully that does not come to pass. But that is it for talking about movies and TV shows. Obviously, House of the Dragon will not be coming back until 2023, along with the Rings of Power, so we have a long time to wait for that, and I'm upset. I'm sad. That's a long time. Another thing, they're coming out with the second Avatar movie, so I thought I was done talking about movies, but I forgot about that. The second Avatar movie. It looks like it could be good, but I don't have any desire to sit there for 3 hours to watch a movie that took 11 years, 12 years to make. The first one was good. I think it was played out right when it came out. That's around when the Blu-ray players came out, and HD was a huge thing, and the first time seeing it was good. But it's like Dances with the Wolves and The Last Samurai. It's the same story that's been told a billion times, just in a different manner. And it was a good movie, cinematically pleasing. But then every room you went into, your friend's room, you went into the living room, you went into your grandparents' living room, your uncle's living room, everyone was watching this movie, and it got played out very quick. Very quick. And now, after 10 years of talking about it, they're going to make a second one, and it's 3 hours long. The only movie I enjoyed sitting in the theater for 3 hours long was Avengers Endgame, and it went by like that. Like, it was so quick. I couldn't believe it had gone by that quick, and it was 3 hours, because it was Avengers. It was Marvel. But this movie, I don't think I'll see in theaters. It looks like it could be interesting. I'll enjoy it when it comes out, and I will sit in the relaxing presence of my recliner and my bedroom, and I'll watch it then. But I don't think I want to pay to go sit for 3 hours for a movie like that. Apparently, they already have half and most of the third one completed, and they're working on the fourth one. So maybe it'll come back in a big way and just astound us all, but we'll have to see about that. Currently in the gaming world, I have been playing God of War Ragnarok. It is a really, really good game. I have not finished it. I have been trying to stream it every time I play it. My schedule has been busy. As you can see, I haven't had a Finklecast episode out in a while. But we'll see how that goes. If I keep playing on stream, I might complete it off stream. But so far, the storyline is amazing. And it just shows how far gaming has come when they're making the best stories you've seen out of even shows as well, but in games. The motion capture for all of the characters is great. You can see the emotions in all their faces, and it's absolutely amazing to see. And at the perfect time, I got a 4K monitor, and even though my PS4 doesn't push 4K, I just feel like the graphics are a little bit better. Maybe it's a psychological thing I'm imagining, but the graphics look amazing nonetheless, and it's such a good game. I'm about 21 hours in. I think my brother said he took him like 27 hours. That's not doing the side stories. So I have a little ways to go, but I will definitely complete it. And it's already probably top 5 games of all time. And then once Jedi Survivor comes out, that might either remove that from the top 5 or just join the ranks. So we'll see. But that is it for this episode. I thank you for coming in and joining and just listening to my voice. I like hearing myself talk, so that's why I do this. But I thank you for joining in. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. But I will catch you guys on the next one. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will catch you on the next Finklecast.